Well, good afternoon and happy Friday. I hope you've had a good week and that you've had some time of academic productive work and you've had some good time to be productive around your home and enjoy the beautiful weather we've had for the most part this week. I'm going to go ahead and finish this week's daily math, and then I'll come back and post the rest of the geometry pages as well as the task. And then what I will also add is a a complete set of keys to all of the work that you were provided this week for your own chance of reflection. And again, if you want any personal feedback from me, all you have to do is email that work to me or get it to me on Google Classroom, and I'll be more than happy to look over your work and provide you with one-on-one personal feedback for anything that you have invested your time in, okay? All right, so for Friday, here we are. A baby weighs 7 pounds at birth. The table shows the baby's birth weight after each month of its birth up to the 6th month. So here we have the table. They've showed us that the months and weights here, and then we're told to write an equation in the form of y equals mx plus b that can be used to show a linear relationship among the data. So in terms of keywords, this one's pretty loaded. I think it's really important for us to notice that the baby is 7 pounds at birth. I think it's important for us to read what the table actually represents and then to see it played out in the table. If you'll notice, we've got 2 columns here, and of course the month representing our X and the weight representing our Y's. So we're told to write an equation in the form, slope-intercept form, indicating a linear relationship, and that is through the data. Okay, so those are all the key words. Now, in terms of red flags, things I need to be really certain that I pay attention to, I would say that the table is paramount for us to be attentive to. I would also say that the form of the equation is very important. And I've already noted that these are X and Y, but I think paying even closer attention to that information is going to be very beneficial moving forward as we write the equation, okay? So the skills that we need to be successful on today's problem. So our skills needed, I need to know how to read a table. I need to be able to identify slope and y-intercept from the table. And I need to be familiar with slope-intercept form, and that M represents the slope and that B represents the y-intercept. Okay, so my strategy is that I would read the table. The second thing that I would do is to find the slope of the information or the rate of change in the data. I would then identify my y-intercept, and then I would finally write the equation for the work. Okay, at that point, then I'm just going to work through that. So I'm going to read the table. Again, I've got months from 0 to 6, and I've got weight starting at 7 that goes all the way to 13. So in finding rate of change or slope from a table, I find the change in X. I see that I'm going up by 1s in the X column. And then in the weight, I'm going to find the change there as well. I notice that I'm also going up by 1s. And remember that slope or rate of change is found delta y over delta x. The change is 1 over 1, and that gives us a slope of 1. I'm looking for then the y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept is where the x value is 0. That information happens to be provided for us in the table. So the y-intercept would be 0, 7. And at this point, I can write the equation that y is equal to x plus 7. Remember, I wouldn't put the 1 in front of the x because it is implied in as the coefficient of x, because there is, when there is no coefficient, it's understood to be 1. So common mistakes that could happen on a problem like this one. And I can hear you telling me now in class that you would flip it over and do x over y instead of y over x, that you would swap the slope and y-intercept. In this case, somebody might say that we could potentially have a sign error. If we do our subtraction wrong or backwards, I guess that is possible. Or if we have forgotten how to find slope from a table, that could also be an issue, okay? And then my level of understanding of this question, remember we rate our level of understanding on a scale of 1 to 5, and mine would be a 5 for this kind of question. I'd be curious to know what yours is. And that finishes daily math for this week. I do want to let you know that daily math for next week will be posted, as well as a key. And next week's review packet will be over rational and irrational numbers and the real number system. And I will keep this kind of pace for you as far as doing daily math each day and providing little bits of the work each day. And then later I'll come back and walk you through the task as well. I'll kind of keep that on Fridays for us because that's what we're used to. If you don't like that or you want the keys earlier, let me know. I'm not willing to give them any earlier than Wednesday. I don't want you to have them the whole week. I think that defeats the purpose. So let me know what you need. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. And really, Friday's challenge is let me know you watch this. Leave me a comment. Thanks, Miss T. Appreciate you, Miss T. Have a good weekend. Something. Let me know.
You're the best, Miss T.
Let me know you got this, okay? Have a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you later. Bye.